Hi, it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my 9th update for Clue Special Planning Edition. This is the 3rd round of the project. I created this Pantastic Ladies project based on the board game Clue. There's a total of 6 suspects, 6 weapons, and 9 rooms. Each month you're working on 3 from each list of your choosing. You pick your product to go with the prompt. You roll a pair of dice to give you a usage goal. Once you've met that usage goal, you are able to use that thing in a 3-part guess, and therefore narrow down the possibilities surrounding the mysterious death of Mr. Body. There are some more people who have managed to solve their cases. Last month after I recorded, Jennifer and Julia both managed to catch their killers, and so far this month, Catherine, Dora, and Slowpanning have also managed to solve their crimes. Their social media information is going to be in the box below if you want to find them. I am still working on trying to solve my case, and whether I have managed to catch the killer by June or not, there will be a round 4 for Clue. Every year I like to redo the weapons and room prompts. They're the same weapons and rooms, just a different prompt to pick a different type of item. That way it's not the same project every year exactly. So if you have ideas for weapon or room prompts, you can go ahead and let me know and we could try to incorporate that. I don't know what happened to Mr. Body yet, but I have gotten a little bit closer. For my suspects, I've only been working on 2 because I've eliminated the other 4, and I know that one of the people it could have been is Miss Scarlet. Miss Scarlet is represented by something red, and this is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Heat in the shade Hot Cherry. The dice told me to use this 12 times several months ago now. At the last update I had 6 uses and I've used it once for a total of 7, so I still have 5 to go. Hopefully I'm going to have more progress in that for next time, but for now I still can't guess Miss Scarlet. The other suspect that I'm still investigating is Professor Plum, and he is something purple. This is a purple lip crayon of unknown brand and without a shade name, and all the writing has rubbed off of it. But it's purple, and the dice told me I had to use this 9 times. The last update I had 5 uses, and I did get the other 4, so Professor Plum was a goal met, and I can guess him. I do still like this product. It's kind of out of season now. It's more like a fall-winter, and now that we're in March, it's not quite so springy, but I'm still using it. It is kind of sheerer, so it is still wearable. For the weapons, interestingly, I actually wasn't working on any of them. That's because I don't need to. I had met goal on all 4 of my remaining weapons in previous updates, so I wasn't working on any because they were already goals met. So we're just going to talk about the room. I was working on 3 of those, and the first of which is the ballroom. That is represented by something shimmery, and I picked a highlighter. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay highlighter in Exposed. My goal was to use this 9 times. At the last update I had 5, and now I'm up to 6. So I still have 3 uses to go. I do think I will have that by the next update. I was focusing on a different highlighter over the last month, but I met goal on that one. So this is now going to be my only highlighter focus. The pan is still in there. I think it's a little bit bigger, but we still have 3 uses to go. My second room is the conservatory, and that is represented by something that smells nice. I picked a perfume. This is the Billie Eilish perfume. It is a rollerball sample. The dice told me I had to use this 10 times. At the last update I had 4 uses, and I am now up to 9. So I still have 1 use to go, so this is not a goal met yet. It still smells nice. It's a vanilla-y type scent that I like for the winter time, so I have no problem, and I'm sure I will get the 1 use by next time. And the last room is the billiard room, and that is represented by something that you could put in your pocket. I keep these in my purse, but they could go in my back pocket. They're the REM Beauty blotting papers. I had a goal of using 6 of them, and I have, not that you can really tell. I'm not going to take them out and count them. But there are 6 fewer in here than there were before. I keep them in my purse. I keep forgetting to use them. But I did remember 6 times to take one out at lunchtime at work and blot away some oil from my T-zone, which isn't as necessary in the winter as it is in the summer, but I still managed to do it. To review, I did meet goal on Professor Plum, so that is 1 suspect with a goal met, and in the past I had 4 rooms filed because I did previously meet goal on the candlestick, the lead pipe, the revolver, and the knife without guessing them because I didn't have a suspect or room to go with them. Last month I had met goal on the hall. This month I had met goal on the billiard room, so that's 2 rooms. So it's 1 suspect, 4 weapons, and 2 rooms. I can only make 1 guess because I only have 1 suspect. Taru of Cruelty Free Panner is nice enough to keep my solution a secret from me, and she is very patient since she has already solved her case quite a while ago. And I asked Taru if it could have been Professor Plum with the candlestick in the hall. Taru told me that it could not have been with the candlestick, so that eliminates one of my remaining weapons. Now that I know that, I need to figure out what I'm going to investigate next. For the suspects, I still only have 2 possible suspects who could have committed the crime. I could bring in a third if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that right now. I probably should, but I'm not going to. At this point, I have guessed Professor Plum 4 times, and he has not been eliminated, so that makes him pretty suspect. Pun intended. And of course, he's just going to come right back. He is still represented by something purple, and this is the same purple lip crayon in unknown shade and unknown brand. I rolled my dice and they told me to use this 7 times. So 7 more uses for Professor Plum. For the weapons, I still have 3 weapons filed. I have met goal on all of them previously, so I'm not going to bring any of them in. And each of them has been guessed twice so far without being eliminated. So I have no idea which one would have been the one used to kill Mr. Body. It's all equally likely at this point. For the rooms, I am still working on the ballroom and the conservatory, both of which should be goals meant for the next time. But I am going to go ahead and bring in one more room, and that is going to be the hall, which I have just guessed because I have guessed it 3 times so far and it hasn't been eliminated, so I'm kind of suspicious about the hall too. The hall is something that made a good first impression, and I'm going to be using the same product as the Lord & Berry Silk Casual Kohl Liner in the shade White. It made a great first impression when I first used it, and it still does a great job several years later. I rolled my dice and they rolled another 7. So 7 on this one too, and maybe next month, maybe 2 months, we're gonna hopefully find out whether or not the hall was my crime scene. So there's my update. I am still kind of limited by my suspects. I have 2 that I'm working on. I need 5 more uses on Miss Scarlet to guess her, and now 7 uses on Professor Plum to guess him again. Once I have met goal on one or both of them, I will have no problem having a weapon and room to go with them. That would be really easy. Wish me luck, good luck with your projects, and I will see you next month. Bye.